Apple would build into their new iOS the ability, or offer the ability, for developers to include ad blockers as apps. I talked about that and the effect it might have on independent publishers such as, well, you and I. We have our own blogs. We have a blog for the Beyond Social Media show. I have a blog that I sell advertising on. I don't live off it, but it makes me a significant amount of money. But, you know, if that's going to be blocked, and given the trend we're going where most content, or more and more content, is being consumed on mobile devices, then blocking those ads is going to cut into my personal revenue stream. I think a lot of independent publishers who don't have the money to get access to Apple or whatever are going to be left in Apple's wake because of this. So Apple released their iOS 9 update. It did indeed have ad blockers in it, which quickly shot up the top of the paid charts. So Peace is one of the ad blockers. It was at the top of the chart the morning after the release of iOS 9. And it cost $2.99. Another blocker called Purify was fourth on the chart. That cost $3.99, and that blocks content as well. So that blocks not just ads, but tracking codes and everything like Google Analytics. Content blocker was a trending search in the App Store. So the demand for this is not surprising, right? I mean, nobody likes ads that clutter up your content or aren't applicable to you at all or irrelevant to you. The ad industry brought it on themselves by their tradition of interruption advertising and banner ads.
Which has only gotten worse. I mean, it's worse every, you know, they come up with worse ways to interrupt what you're trying to look at every day.
There's the pop-up ads, the pop-under ads, the takeover ads. There's a hilarious segment of Aqua Teen Hunger Force where they're at a computer and the pop-ups are appearing and crowding out the room and knocking things over and everything. It's
or when they put the little X down at the lower left side instead of the top right, you know, so you gotta look for it.
So it's not surprising at all that people want that. But I heard a reporter who covers Apple for a major publication refer to this as, well, what Apple's really doing is protecting the consumer. What Apple's really doing is protecting the consumer from all these crappy ads. It was basically Apple's talking points. And okay, maybe, but maybe there's something else at work here. I think what Apple's doing is trying to drive a stake through the heart of Google's economic model. So Google depends on they have double click, so they sell banner advertising. Those ads are served on my site. They have all the tracking codes that are related to that. If you remove the banner ads from mobile sites and you remove the tracking codes,
then we don't get paid. That's what happens.
Exactly. You remove any incentive for you to use Google advertising. So that's what's really going on here. Plus, it's not like users are not going to be tracked anymore if they use these apps. They're just going to be tracked at the app and the iOS level by Apple. So Apple turns into this huge big data company, and they're protecting everybody's privacy, right?
Well, this also goes back to the content should be free argument, which is one of the more ridiculous ones that goes around the internet over and over. You know, content is not free. Somebody has to produce it. Time is money. You cannot just sit here and produce great content and not get paid. Yeah. I mean, somebody has to pay for the content. You know,
you know, the only way what the fallout is going to be, a lot of independent publishers, as I said, are going to collapse because they can't do it anymore. They just can't justify it economically. But the content that is produced is going to be produced like people like me who have employed somewhere else and still want to produce content, or by brands, and you're not going to know what the agenda is behind the content, right?
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like that, be sure to subscribe to the eStrategy YouTube channel to get more great marketing videos. And of course, you can get more great marketing content at trends.e-strategyblog.com for facts and stats on marketing, at e-strategyblog.com for my thoughts about marketing, and of course at estrategy.tv for marketing videos.